do a video today, and it's not a complete video, but hopefully it will help you. It will certainly show you the trickier bits of fitting the recentrifying conversion for the Land Rover Discovery 5, what Land Rover call the all-new Discovery. So one of its contentious design things is this wonky number plate at the back on the rear tailgate, where it's offset to the side. And I know why they've done it, because the old Discovery had you had the split tailgate with the step, but not everybody likes it. In fact, it seems to be generally unpopular, and the rumours are that actually on the replacement Discovery, the facelift, when they facelift it, they are going to recenter it. That we'll have to wait and see whether it's true. So there are some kits out there. We've got one of them here, where you recenter it, and I'll show you. Do you want to just grab the main panel and then offer it up and generally get the gist of what it does? So basically it goes over the back there and you put the number plate on here, but as you'll see where it goes, you've got the crux of it is you've got to remove this whole chunk here, because it needs to sit back flush all the way. We've had a look, we've played about. You can't get the number plate up at the top center, there's not enough room. So we're going to do a video, but we haven't got the whole car, our budget doesn't stretch to it, but we've managed to find a tailgate that we've purchased. It was in a crash or something, it's got a little crease on the corner, but for the video it should help you see what you've got to do. So the first thing you can do is you've got to remove the badge. You can see where the badge is here, so you can get one of those sort of scraper tools in behind it. It doesn't matter if you damage the paintwork, because the panel is going to cover it all, but you could reuse the badge or buy another badge. You've also got to remove the number plate that we've just stuck on there, and in the kit we'll show you what you get, and we'll put some number plate adhesive bits in the kit. The other thing you've got to do is remove this rear light on this side. To do that, you're going to have to move. So if you just want to tip the tailgate back in, but keep the light in because it's not bolted in, but you're going to have to, on the rear of the tailgate, on the car obviously, you're going to have to lift the tailgate. You're going to have to remove a little plastic bung, I guess, that's here.
Probably the centre panel as well.
Yeah, and there'll be a panel. Let's look at this one first. So if I just zoom out a little bit, whoop, hold on, that's in, that's out. So it's here, and there should be, and you'll see behind there there'll be a stud, and then you need to remove the nut off that. This light's held on with 3, so there's one fixing there, the other fixing which will be behind this big panel that you'll have to take out, and when I get my hands on one I'll work out. There is a stud in there, yeah, there we go, we can see him. I'll put the little arrow there, you won't have arrows to follow, and then sort of just below it and to the right a bit there's another one and a stud in there. Now if you remove those 3 and disconnect this electrical connector here, there'll be some little button to press. You should then be able to remove that light, and that's the light you remove. So put that to one side. Right, lie that back over again. Let's have a look at what we're getting in the kit and what we'll need then. So you've got the main panel. This one's painted gloss black, which matches all Discoveries because you've got the black frame of the light and stuff. Right, what else have we got? We've got this little, yeah, there we go, demo, look at that, beautifully matching. So the gloss black, doesn't matter what car colour you have, the gloss black will work for you. Right, we've got this little plastic panel here, and this is kind of like a sticky on infill panel. Yeah, and that's quite key. We'll see why we've got that. You've got a template here which has got little scissory lines. Ian's cut this out, and we're going to put that template on. We'll put in the kit some number plate adhesive strips, so these will be to stick your number plate back on again. We'll put in the kit also this little sticky pad, and we'll see why you need that, with a little cable tie. That's only a sort of temporary holdery thing, but we'll show you that. These screws come with the kit as well, do they, Ian? Yep. We've got a couple of screws, and we've got some like 3M tape. Don't know what. Yeah. And some edge trim. So we're going to try and work this out again. This video we might be working it out a little bit as we go along, but hopefully by us working it out as we go along, you'll be in a better position than we are. Right, what tools are we going to use? We're not sure, but we've got this. We like this little cordless multi-cutter tool. We'll have a play with that, see if that's any good. We've also got our new cordless grinder out, and we'll have a play with that, because
Seal as well. We're going to put some adhesive in with the
Yeah, so we're going to put the adhesive in with the kit because you're going to need that.
You don't get the gun, but
You don't get the gun, no, but you're going to get, you don't get, but we'll put this black, this Worth sealant is really good. So we'll put that in with the kit, and that's it. The tools you'll need, you're going to need some masking tape, roll of masking tape. We've got one of these China graph pencils, we love these. And I think you should be good to go. You're going to need some other general tools, but that's most of the sort of weird and special stuff you're going to need.
yeah, sockets for the light, screwdrivers, possibly a trim tool.
Right, let's get masking taping up. Are you videoing or masking taping in? What are you doing?
Oh, no, you do this.
You're going to let me do this one, thanks. Right then. So basically, we're gonna cut this corner out and stick the infill panel sort of from behind to stop the water getting in. This is obviously the downside. Now this is plastic, so that's one thing to note. This is plastic, so it's not as scary as it might look. Now obviously this is a battered old tailgate, but you're going to have to be a bit more careful on your own. Right then. So I think that's got me out of most of the danger. So this is going to stop you if you slip, and it's going to stop you marking your paint. So there you go. Let's go berserk. Right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get the template, cut it out. Ian, we might be able to get Ian to cut these out on the laser for us if we speak to him nicely.
I'll have to see how accurate that one is.
Yeah, we'll have it. Yeah, we'll verify this one first. Right.
Oh, your masking tape's pooped, you know.
So right, and my masking tape hasn't pooped me at all.
You're nowhere near that curve. The curve's up here.
Curves up here. I was scared. I was just testing. Right, and how are we looking? There you go.
There.
You
Yeah.
happy now?
That's better.
Yes. Right then.
But we think there's quite a bit of overlap.
Yeah. But let's see how good let's try and follow it as closely as they can before we say it's good or bad. Right. I just need enough because we've got to, at the end of the day I've got to draw around this, so I don't want to go too berserk. Right, and then we'll get a pen and let's draw around. So the cutting line is going to go along the bottom here.
Then we get to the difficult bit, which is going to be the curve.
I feel like I'm on an art programme.
Here's one you made earlier.
Yeah, I need to do
We
that.
wish.
Right, and then are we going to cut here? We've got to cut all the way along the back here as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we're just going to follow the corner though, I think.
Yeah, just go into the corner there. Yeah, you just got to take this corner out.
Just got to come down as far as this, where it meets the flat, I think.
Yeah.
So we're going to aim for there and see how much that takes
Right,
out.
so we're going to take all that out, yeah? So we should, in theory, be done with the template now, right? Obviously, we've lost a couple of bits here, but we can interpolate those, can't we? If that's even a word. Right. Okay, so that is what we've got to cut out along the back here. Now, hopefully, there's nothing too fundamental behind the cutter. So let's have a go at cutting that. Let's see what, I haven't got any idea how to, so we're going to use one of these multi-tools, which has got all these little teeth along here, and it just vibrates. We'll see if we can have a go with that. Right then. So you can see that's going through all right. Ian's pointed out that that's just going to be horrible to listen to, but you can see that that is actually getting through that quite well. I've gone right in there. So I'm going to do this. I might come back and work out how to do the corner. Any tips I can get, I'll give you on that. We'll go along the back here. I think I'm just going to go in at this sort of angle along the back. But let me get on with that and we'll see how we get on. So Ian's had an idea, maybe to make this corner. It's going to be difficult to cut with that vibrating tool. So we've got, how big a diameter?
51, that is.
51, but as long as it's roughly something similar to that, And if we do a template, we will be able to put a centre point on it, but I've just drawn round it there, and let's see how well that cuts. Whoa. See, the plastic is quite easy to cut through. We're making good progress with the vibrating tool, so we'll keep going along. I wanted to do that before I cut too much out, so I had a nice solid bit to go off. So we'll keep going with the vibration tool. Should be that panel cut out. So yeah, there's nothing really significant behind here. So that's what you've got to cut out. And then it's a question of getting the, I think the first thing you need to do is check that the main cover panel is going to fit in. So don't worry too much about the infill panel yet. Let's check that. Oh, one thing we haven't mentioned is you'll have to remove this strip at the top. So at the top here there's a strip that should pull out, and it's got the license plate lamps, the number plate lamps, and it's got the switch for the boot in, and also it'll have the reversing camera on most cars, which you need to relocate into here. So you've got the license plate lamps, the handles, and then there's the cutout here for the, it looks like it's actually designed to pop out for your rear camera if you've got it. Okay, so I think the first thing to do is to try and check that sits in. So yeah, we're good with that. That's definitely got a, but the problem obviously is the risk of water ingress into this area here. So we'll get the infill panel and we'll work it out. But basically we've got to put this panel in behind here.
So this is what your little cable tie is for.
This is what the, because it sits on it here, but you've got to somehow we've got to pull this bit back out to the inside so it meets nicely. So it's a bit tricky. It looks like I need to cut a little bit more of this edge out down here. It's not quite sitting in here, so I'll trim that and then we'll get ready to have a look at how to bond this in. Right, so we've just put that in position and Ian's just drawn around it. So you can see the yellow line Ian's got around it. We've got this cable tie holder because we need to pull it towards us. So we're happy with that. So now we've got the stuff in the gun. Oh gosh, right, there we go. Here it comes. Okay, and we're gonna, obviously we've got to go in this area around this edge here. I mean, we could cover all of this. But the bit under here, it's going to be easier to put it on this edge here, up around there on the part. So let's get messy. Let's get. I don't think it matters if it squirts out everywhere, does it? You're not going to.
No, that whole section's going to be covered by the panel anyway. The only bit you don't want it on is if it oozes over this
but we've got
front
the masking
edge.
tape on that.
It's only over the front edge there, but yeah, we've got masking tape and you can always just wipe it off.
Baby wipes.
Again, the panel's gonna overlap a certain extent, so
Look at that.
it's just to stop it being
That's
raised.
professional, that is. All those years of icing cakes.
So yeah, this is when we want that
Cable tie. So I'm going to tuck him in behind there.
And you want to go all the way to the right hand edge.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they say push that right to that little lip comb. And there.
Squidge that
Squidge
back
that
corner,
back.
and then you want to use the cable tie to pull this bottom corner in towards you if you can.
Yeah, that seems right.
It seems to squidge it all quite well.
Oh, don't pull that on. Keep that.
Yeah, you kind of got to use one hand on the back edge and one hand to pull it forward. So you rock the bottom forwards, but keep the back pressed tight.
Right. I'm going to put a little bit of tape on there.
Just to uphold it in place, stop it moving. So ideally what you want to do is give it 24 hours just to cure?
Yeah.
On this section?
I mean, ideally, but in
ideally,
reality, I don't think you can put a little bit in
that's
there.
what we should recommend though, right?
Yeah, cover ourselves. Right then. So then, when all that's dry, you can whip all the tape off of that.
And don't forget to take your cable tie off of it.
Just rip that off.
Just wait for everything to set first, and then you can pull it off.
Then it's going to be a question of, I mean, there are some instructions with this. I just wanted to go through the difficult cutting bit because it's not that bad, the cutting. Then you've got to get your loom and fit your number plates in here. Reconnect your loom, and I think it says you keep some of the clips because they've put a little slot in here, and I think that's one of the holders here and here that hold the loom in place. You're then putting that on over all of that, okay, like so. Now does this screw in position, Ian? It comes with 2 screws, doesn't it?
I think that's so you can screw through your number plate and fix it all in place.
Together.
So I think that's what that.
Now you could use the same adhesive. I mean, you need to be a little bit careful, but you could use some of that along here if you wanted to.
There is a bit of double-sided tape supplied for the bottom edge, but yeah, I mean that's going to be a better solution. You got plenty in that tube.
You can put it along here. You can double-sided tape it, whatever you think best to go there onto your paintwork, and then put your lights back in and put all your car back together. Put your number plate back on. Put your badge, buy a new badge or put a badge on here, and hopefully then you're all back together and you're all symmetric.